Owen McKendry here for ESPR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by the victorious Shakan Pitters. Shakan, how good of a return was that for yourself?
Yeah, it was decent. Just as I said, got the job done what I had to do. Joe's a solid opponent. He's a solid fighter. But yeah, just done what I had to do, man. Just good to get the rounds in as well.
Would you say that's a perfect response, obviously coming back in on the back of the loss to Azeez?
I would have loved the knockout, but I just stayed disciplined and there was no need to do anything else really. So Joe's a tough opponent as well, and it's good to share the ring and do my thing. But as I said, I just done what I had to do.
Like you say, that was quite a tough opponent for yourself, realistically, coming in on the back of obviously a big loss in a domestic clash. It was a good, strong, tough opponent for your return.
Yeah, I mean, to me the losses don't faze me anymore like that. Like I've took obviously my two losses, which are all of us in boxing. You look at it and it cuts you deep. You don't want to take losses, but I think like for the last couple of losses I've took, not that I'm accepting to them, but I know how to handle them better. And like I said, if I'm in a good fight and I lose fair and square, whatever, it is what it is. But this is boxing, and fans want to see us in good fights. I want to be in good fights. I want to see how far I can go. And these are the risks we take when we fight good opponents and things like that. And I want to be in camps where I'm training with someone who's a live, active opponent. But yeah, Joe is a good opponent to come back to, and just done what I had to do. Happy to get the job done.
Like you say, we've seen you in them big domestic nights, like you mentioned yourself, Craig Richards, Azeez. Is that what you're looking to go straight back into now? You've got in and got the win?
Yeah, 100%, man. I want titles and I want to chase them. I'd love it back with Dan. I'd love it with Lyndon. I'd love it back with Craig. I'd love it with anyone above me. And again, like I say, I call these people's names because they're good fighters and obviously they beat me. But I'd love it back. I'd love to be in a camp where I've got to really focus because there's a live opponent in front of me. And not to say Joel ain't a good opponent. Of course he's a good opponent. He's got a decent record. But I want to be back in title contention and keep pushing forward.
As you say there, you'd like to run it back. Would you like Craig Richards next?
But anyone above me, Craig's above me at the moment in the rankings. I love anyone, and it's no malice. Like I get on with these guys outside the ring. It's nothing where I hate any of them. You know what I mean? It's just that it's business, and I'm like that. Like I don't like losing anyway, so I'm always gonna want it back. But I understand everyone's got their own whatever. But I'd love it back. I'd love it back with anyone who I've lost to, and I'd love it. Anyone above me, I'd love to have smoke with anyone above me. I'm in this sport to test myself, see how far I can go, and get these titles. So if it makes sense to my journey, I'm happy.
So like you say, obviously looking for titles as well. If you was given the option of, say, Craig Richards, or if it was a title fight, would you have a preference at all?
Like I said, anyone above me. I don't care whose name's on them titles, man. I'm chasing titles, so obviously Dan's got the European, I've lost to him. I get it, he may be wanting to do other things, but I'd love that again. I'd love obviously the IBO. I love any of these titles going forward. I've had a lot of the British titles and that. I mean, British title, I wouldn't mind going again for it, but I'd really love to push on forward and go for more of the titles, you know what I mean?
Shakan, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Congratulations on the win, mate.
Appreciate it.